Alors, bonsoir à tous. Je ne sais pas qui est effectivement derrière son écran à regarder. En tout cas, s'il y a quelqu'un, je compte sur vous pour partager vos impressions et pourquoi pas m'aider à avancer dans cette deuxième partie de l'aventure. Voilà, voilà. Donc pour information, j'avais arrêté le jeu, j'étais entré dans le manoir, je venais de rencontrer George Washington, de rencontrer Lord Holm, qui est légèrement étrange, très poudré. Voilà, et je suis toujours à la recherche de ma mère. J'ai également fait la connaissance d'un religieux qui a priori est en contact direct avec ma mère et pour des affaires liées à la société secrète. Et là, nous allons donc découvrir la suite. C'est parti. Ok, choisir les lectures au cours de l'âge. Chaque livre que vous lisez vous conférera des points de compétence en fin de quête. Lire, hein.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Donc,
Derochet
Lord
can't
Holm,
be far away.
nous-mêmes.
They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the
J'en
search
déduis
of
que le monsieur à la
Derochet's
barbe
room
blanche,
hasn't
c'est
turned
Lord
up any
Mortimer,
results.
mais je ne
Not
suis
yet,
pas sûr.
no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this? Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
Ah, c'était juste Napoléon Bonaparte. Tout va bien. Notre ami George Washington.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming.
Donc a priori depuis le début, notre personnage est habitué des visions, etc., ce genre de choses. J'avais a priori assez mal fouillé la chambre. Ok, j'arrête. Bon, on va aller ouvrir, ils ont l'air un peu pressés. La porte est là. Et oui, oui.
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is
C'est
something
quand
wrong?
même le président
I'm going
des
to need
États-Unis,
your
on va
help.
éviter de l'envoyer paître.
Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
No. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes, I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Vision ou le président? Le président. Ça se
Count on
tente.
me, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Toujours servir d'avoir le président des États-Unis comme ami.
She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Je peux retourner dans ma chambre pour finir de la fouiller. Non, c'est marrant. Alors on va accélérer un petit peu. Voir se ressemblent un peu tous. Hop là. Quand même. Pour le moment, je ne sais absolument pas à quoi servent les pièces de collection. Alors, croix de Malte octroie l'effet exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilités facteurs des choix de dialogue lors des conversations. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. Très bien. Rejoindre le petit salon. Voilà, c'est ce qui me semblait. Ici, j'avais oublié 2-3 petites choses. Vous débarrasse de toutes vos altérations négatives. Ça peut servir. Ok, alors ça c'est vraiment le truc qui sert à rien. À part éventuellement admirer la statue. Bon. C'est regarder la statue. Oh, la petite pièce cachée par terre.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
De toute façon, le but étant d'aller aider George Washington, il n'y a pas trop le choix.
Supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Plusieurs chemins pour atteindre votre objectif avant de vous engager sur la première voie.
Mystère.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No! No!
Moral, le mot est faible, mais bon.
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
My mother told me often enough. Sometimes the end does justify the means. I'd hoped I wouldn't have to apply that rule, but at least Washington will have enough time.
Ça coûte rien d'essayer ça. Ah.
Please,
It's too late for that. Leave me alone.
Oups.
forgive me. He took me by surprise. I didn't think he'd really hit you.
Please, don't touch me.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
My mother got her hands dirty for the
Honnête.
common good, so don't be too quick to judge her.
For the common good? We're talking about the vivisection of a child. Of tattooing her from head to foot with a red-hot iron.
Stop this.
For her 5th birthday, she inflicted the stigmata of Christ on her. And for her 10th birthday, a hysterectomy. What kind of gift is that for
My
a
mother's
child?
not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well, but the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Please, I need some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time, but if what is written in these damned documents is true, be brave, my boy.
Moi qui comptais m'en faire un pote, je crois que c'est raté. tomberai par là, mais avant d'aller me coucher, je vais peut-être aller faire un petit tour dans le couloir, comme ça. Ok, quelque chose d'intéressant. Alors, ah, Napoléon Bonaparte, très bien. Jacques Pérou, donc a priori le juge de la Révolution.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia. Decorum guide. That's not the right way.
Ok, donc je m'envoie balader quand je veux les visiter. Très bien. Bon, ceci étant, ça m'a laissé assez de marge de manœuvre. J'ai pu récupérer 2-3 objets intéressants. C'est pas mal. Bredouille, c'est le mec du Vatican. Non! Là, aller
Your
plus loin.
Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Je vais être honnête.
Could have been worse. Let's say that Miss Adams will remember it for a couple of days.
What? Did you not intervene?
Of course not. What did you want me to do? That thug could have snapped me in half in 2 seconds.
So, you prefer to let that fragile young lady take a beating rather than risk getting slapped around a bit yourself? Mr. Derice, your mother would not have been proud of you.
Listen, next time it happens, join me instead of hiding behind the door. If you're gonna talk big, back it up.
You should be ashamed. I will pray for your soul, my son. My
Je
son,
crois
I
que
have
c'est le
another
deuxième
problem.
que je mets en
I
colère.
wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
J'ai pas le choix.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Ok. Je vais pas rentrer dans la chambre tout de suite. Final PG, donc c'est lui.
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Décidément, ils aiment pas trop qu'on se balade.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Ok. Donc en gros, c'est un constat plutôt mitigé. Un petit point là. Diversion, ça peut toujours servir. Le linguistique, étant donné que c'est très multiculturel comme réunion. C'est quoi? On va essayer comme ça.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Alors c'est parti.
Writing material.
Ah, donc je sais pas rien faire. En sachant que, a priori, ma mère avait écrit une lettre la veille.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Okay.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Donc a priori je peux rien faire avec les valises.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Merci pour le follow.
Golden elixir.
Ça valait le coup de...
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Rien de bien nouveau, l'extérieur je l'ai déjà fait.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn
C'est
out.
très gentil de ta part, je te remercie. Très compliqué d'avoir le statut affiliate sur Twitch.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Ah, l'emoji nouille, ah bah ça c'est plus compliqué.
Barely visible.
Et pourtant,
Mother, you
il serait très adapté, surtout sur cette chaîne.
Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Alors, ce qui est bien, c'est que j'ai toujours deux options, mais je peux en choisir qu'une parce que j'ai pas de compétences.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Là, c'est déjà fait. Si l'un d'entre vous a une idée, je suis preneur. Je ne sais plus. Oh, peut-être un petit truc à déverrouiller encore.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. There's a circle around the lock here.
Oh, avec des
Must be
nouilles.
the trunk Mortimer was talking about. He should open it.
Ça limite les choix.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de
Peut-être devrions-nous rajouter des roulés à la saucisse.
I should probably take it.
Oh! Alors dans ce cas-là,
All right.
je vois très
Retrieve
bien.
everything.
J'avais 2 choix, mais il n'y en a plus qu'un. Oh. En fait, il y en a un peu plus finalement du choix. Finalement. Sans déconner, je comprends rien à ce jeu. Comment on fait quand on est mauvais? Ah, la vue est pas super hein, quand même, on est habitué à mieux ici.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Et... Atterri de nouveau ici. Très bien, très bien. Alors, est-ce que j'ai un choix de compétences? On accède aux compétences. Peut-être comme ça. Ah non. Et là, j'ai pas de points d'expérience à mettre. Au niveau des traits. Qu'est-ce qu'il me faudrait pour débloquer ça? Vigilance. Est-ce que là-dedans, je pourrais avoir quelque chose qui y ressemble? Yeah.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Spammer le truc, ça n'aidera pas. Là, j'ai pas la compétence non plus.
Writing material.
Je peux rien faire, c'est compliqué ça. Faire peut-être. Un guérit les altérations. Pas aider. Éventuellement, j'ai le droit de sortir. J'ai pas le droit de sortir, c'est gênant. Bon.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Je suis sûr qu'il y a un passage secret, mais c'est pas grave. Je peux rien en faire. Là, j'ai ouvert un lit. J'ai déjà fouillé. Déjà ouvert.
Nothing.
Ça devient compliqué là. Dans les tableaux
The
peut-être.
incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch. Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Là, je l'ai fait. Si j'ai raté quelque chose, mais je ne sais pas quoi.
This room looks unoccupied. This room looks unoccupied.
Seulement je pouvais crocheter la serrure.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Ok.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
En faisant chauffer. Ah, la cheminée. Ça y est.
Apart from getting the book dirty, I can't see any use for this.
C'était bien tenté, donc faut que je trouve une autre source de chaleur. C'est mort.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though.
Bah oui, la bougie, tout simplement. Ok, la bougeoir allumée dans la poche, tout va bien.
I don't see how it's technically possible for one type of ink to reveal another. It doesn't make sense.
C'est plutôt logique. Un abruti qui consomme des points inutilement.
Aha! It's
see.
working. The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? Since you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Comme par hasard.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Pardon.
It might be better to take a different stairway.
Ok.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Ça vaut le coup d'essayer.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after Devil's Thorn. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Yeah.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
A fragment of amber. French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful weapon. Lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Et le fameux corne.
Bicorn decorated with a
bicorne.
cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Il me paraît combien que je vais me faire surprendre juste en sortant? Ah non. Là, j'ai pas le droit. Demain soir. Ah non. Et à demi-cercle. Ok. On a réussi à la rater tout à l'heure, mais bon. Il y aurait par hasard une méduse, quelque chose comme ça. Ah, là j'ai pas pu la première fois. On va voir si on peut monter à l'étage. Ouais. Là c'est censé être qui? Ah. Le roi.
A Bazant.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Le même prix, on va aller la fouiller.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
La vache, un pentacle et tout ce qui va avec.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Stante. Ah, donc ça,
An
c'est
untutored
cool.
hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
C'est quoi la différence? Ah,
Feet
les
and
deux,
hands are
on verra
bound.
bien.
A piece of cloth in the mouth prevents the tongue from being sectioned. It looks like preparation for an exorcism. Is Elizabeth really possessed? The note suggests binding the feet and hands, then blocking the jaws using a piece of cloth to prevent the tongue from being sectioned. That looks like a method to control an epileptic fit. I wonder if Elizabeth is the one being treated for that illness.
Et... Ah, j'ai plus rien, c'est génial là. Ok, bah, on va continuer à fouiller la chambre.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Je sais pas si ça va apporter
These are
quelque chose, mais
magnesium
bon.
crystals, a fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Je peux consommer les cristaux. Intéressant.
Oh, let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Magnifique. J'ai mangé un truc qu'il fallait pas. Très loin. Et... c'est vrai qu'elle va pas trop pouvoir aller se coucher.
August
Ça.
24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in
Je
writing to
désespère
you.
et commence à douter de
I'm not
l'intérêt que
even
tu aies
sure
écrit
you
encore. Je ne suis
receive my
même pas
letters.
persuadé que tu reçoives
Father
bien mes
controls my
courriers. Père
correspondence
contrôle de plus
more
en
and
plus mes
more.
correspondances.
I
Je
am
suis
certain
convaincu qu'il
he filters
filtre
our
nos
exchanges.
échanges.
Thankfully,
Heureusement,
one
l'une
of the
des femmes de
chambermaids is
chambre m'aide à
able
te
to
faire
help me get
parvenir
my
mes
letters
lettres,
to
mais je
you.
n'ai jamais aucune réponse de
But
ta part.
they still remain unanswered.
Je pense
I
souvent à toi et
often
prie
think about
quotidiennement
you
de
and
pouvoir
pray every
enfin te
day
serrer dans
to
mes
be able
bras.
to
Nous
hold
avons
you
tellement
tight.
de temps
We
à
have so
rattraper,
much
je
time
t'en
to make
supplie,
up. I
réponds-moi.
beg you, answer me.
Ta sœur qui t'aime,
Please.
Abigail.
Your loving sister.
Père, cette horrible
Abigail.
femme est encore venue, elle s'est longuement
P.S.
entretenue avec
That
Père, je n'ai pas
horrible
pu
woman
tout
came
comprendre
again
car il
yesterday.
s'exprime en français, mais
She
je
spent
suis
a
sûr
long time
que c'est
speaking
de
with
toi
Father.
dont il parlait.
I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Donc ça fait un peu flipper pour
June
Elisabeth.
11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Ok, donc elle a une sœur qu'elle a jamais vue. Très bien. Allez avec
A
quelque
novel of
chose.
the initiation of a young woman into polite society. A sisterce.
Ok. Encore une petite peine.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Ok, donc a priori le vice-président il dirige quand même pas mal les États-Unis. Hein. Mais bon. Je peux pas sortir. Pas le droit. Toujours pas surpris en train de sortir une chambre qui est pas la mienne. Ok. Soit ça m'arrange.
President George Washington.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
C'est plus sûr de frapper à la porte d'un président quand même. Toujours pas de méduse, donc c'est peut-être pas un tableau. Voilà.
A bazant.
Pour le moment, aucune idée de ce à quoi peuvent bien servir les pièces, mais...
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah non, c'est trop beau. Et donc là, j'ai fait le tour du couloir. J'ai visité toutes les chambres que je pouvais visiter. Il y a toujours lui qui balaye.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
How's your eye?
I've had worse.
Please accept my apologies. If I'd stepped in sooner, you wouldn't have gotten that.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
If I understand rightly, you share a common past?
Are you saying I've made it all up? You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Ok, très bien.
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Ça se...
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
Elle a le coup d'essayer.
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Par sa mère.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holm, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
Ok. On va quand même demander pour
What's
le
on the
premier
first
étage, mais si a priori il
The
n'y a
first
que des
floor is
chambres.
reserved for guests, sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building, 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the 2nd floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, Sir?
On va essayer
What
l'extérieur.
is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
A priori, la galerie des portraits, ça me paraît être le mieux.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps Sir would like to know something else?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
On va essayer. Non.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for Sir.
On va rester calme.
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against Sir taking any.
Ok, donc c'est mort, et là c'est mort. On va essayer celui-là.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Ok. On va essayer l'ombre.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
C'est vraiment un mec qui peut servir, mais que si on a ce qu'il
What's
faut.
that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend Sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Voilà. C'est ça. Alors, inventaire. Et... et 4 éventuellement.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope Sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But, sir, I... Very well, sir. Here you are. May Sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Et ben en fait j'ai rien d'autre à voir puisque à moins que
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Forcé à me donner un peu de
Of
ça.
course, sir. What would you require?
C'est lequel? Les royales là. Forcément, il n'y en a pas. Elle est tentée. Et... Carte, qu'est-ce qu'elle dit? C'est bon. Oui. Je crois que d'aller par là.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
That's right.
Ah, j'ai raté.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Oh dear.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Oh dear.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
De Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Lord Mortimer has invited Napoleon along to negotiate an important commercial venture.
Nothing strange about that.
And the Golden Order is somehow involved.
What? Our order? Are you sure?
That's what I read in the letter from Mortimer to Napoleon.
This information is important. Thank you, Louis.
And right he was too. Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Ça sent pas très bon. En plus, il n'y a pas de barrière.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet.
Mon Dieu, mon
I'm
Dieu.
afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement. So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Oh, réussite totale. Trop bien ça. Ouais, ça c'est très intéressant. Ça. 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 On va le monter un peu.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up. Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Alors,
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons.
Non,
See you
je
later,
veux l'autre.
Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Oh.
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician? Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
T'as quand même les poches sacrément grandes, hein.
The only person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be here. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Forcément, c'était l'autre côté. C'est parce qu'on connaît déjà.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Est-ce que j'ai une clé? J'ai pas la clé. Ça valait le coup d'en utiliser.
All right, I've retrieved everything. Circe. Amber crystals.
Okay. Oh la vache, la taille de la librairie.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Magnifique. Alors la méduse, c'est la mythologie grecque. Il va falloir trouver ça là-dedans.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
mais je sais même pas où regarder.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable he can feel anything. A fragment of amber. The Fall of Phaeton. Another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's amber.
Ok. Est-ce qu'il l'a modifié?
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. A painting with no name.
Alors là, la méduse. Hop là.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it. I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Ah. Solution à l'énigme, magnifique. Quand le héros a la lanterne, donc il éclaire. On va faire le cul. Vers la méduse. Dans l'idée, si la méduse craint le soleil, ça peut le faire. Et ça, je vais faire tourner elle. Pour l'épée. Oh.
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother. It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Oh, t'es sérieux, ça a fait tourner?
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Ok. Oh, un bouquin.
Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
No.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Ok. Ça, jusque-là, tout va bien. On va vérifier. Ouais, il est bien vers la méduse. La méduse est bien vers le bouclier. Il reste lui. C'est ça? Logique, mais... En l'épée? Et... peut-être aller écouter la légende.
In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards someone who can protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield.
Et ça, j'aurais pu m'en douter. Elle vers le shield, l'épée vers la méduse. Il reste plus que l'analyse scientifique.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. Pretty smart. But it also means I have to make sure I get the shield position just right.
Ok. Il faut le faire légèrement pivoter.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Rediriger. Seule configuration pour que... Voilà.
Whoa.
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
You're spying on Mortimer, right?
Everyone is spying on Mortimer.
Shall I take that for a yes?
Take it as you please, but I wouldn't be surprised if all the guests were around here somewhere searching the manor. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh, yeah. In your dreams. At your service, madam.
Vraiment de choix.
The heavenly symbols refer to Pandora's box. Emily, I'm pretty sure I've got Pandora's box.
Of course you have. You see an earthen pot and you immediately assume it can only be Pandora's box. Logical. What I like about you, Louis, is that you never fail to surprise me.
Emily,
Mourir.
what if I open the jar? Would that then make man responsible for all the evils?
Try. It'll make a change. All right, can we move on now?
I do love your irony, but honestly, are you ever impressed by anything you see?
By a chamber pot? No, you really do need to do better than that.
Oh là là, il y a 10 000 trucs, quoi.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one.
Bien. Ça me paraisse un peu plus intéressant.
Mortimer is the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
Oh, la couronne de César, quoi.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath. The workmanship on this crown is amazing. The finesse of the gold laurel leaves is beautiful. A crown worthy of an emperor. I'd stake my life that it's the genuine article.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
Do you find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser. Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself. You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Ah.
Brass quillons and knobs. A beautiful cruciform line. Judging by the wear and the technique used to forge it, this sword dates back to the Crusades, and it must have belonged to a wealthy knight. There's a date. MCXC 1190. That's right. Forged for the Crusades. It really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet. Given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Amber.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job. Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Oh.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar.
Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Mortimer's letter, my mother's message in the book, the Golden Order. What more do you need as proof of my goodwill?
I freely admit that my wary side does get the better of me sometimes.
Wary? Yeah, like a wild animal.
Don't exaggerate.
But that's what I like about you.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses, and there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Oula. Je vais forcément perdre. C'était mal. C'est ça.
Let's take your subterfuge talents, for example. You can't make me believe you'd be very effective at sneaking around unobserved, dressed as you are in that puffy whalebone dress. I do find your outfits ravishing, but couldn't you use someone like me to perform certain discreet tasks?
Louis, your naivety is almost touching. Since our arrival, I have been continuously exploring the island without anyone realizing. Know that in a man's world, it is sometimes more efficient to wear a dress with a daring décolletage than to know how to pick a lock. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Alors, à disposition.
I don't see us as partners for life. You won't owe me anything, you know. It doesn't commit you to anything after all.
All right, you've gone to a lot of trouble. You deserve an answer. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
Ok. Alors là... Impossible.
Your partner must be your mother.
I would need to know who she is first.
Forgive me, I didn't know.
Compliqué là.
I'm an orphan. I thought you'd figured that out.
No, I didn't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it.
Now you know.
C'est pas possible. Alors, on va jouer autrement.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
Donc ça m'a coûté une blinde.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do? Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me. I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis. I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you it was her.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Home? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Sûr que l'alcool aide beaucoup, mais bon.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay? I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Pas dû en boire.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
J'ai pas le choix.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night.
Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems.
Ugh, the second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me, or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of, then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
C'est vraiment pas une bonne idée, mais bon.
I feel all dizzy.
There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result!
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl?
Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
I'm here, Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think, I'm not crazy.
Ça fait beaucoup d'alcool, tout ça.
My God, Elizabeth, how is this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louis. Welcome to my life.
Elizabeth, the whole story stinks of death. If I were you, I'd have left the moment you heard me speak about my mother. I don't know if she knows you're here, but if I had any doubt, I wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stay here another minute. I need to get the hell out of here. I need to find a boat and get away. I'm not dying here.
I feel so dizzy.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me, but my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louis. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you, and then I'll leave.
Don't touch me!
Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
Oh, little Louis tired. Leave everything to me.
Pas si folle que ça, la gonzesse. Ah ok. Alors celle-là, je m'y attendais pas. Ok. Bon. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'intéressant? Et l'épisode 1 est gratuit. Et là, ça paraît pas mal. Là, on n'en saura pas plus. Ok, donc j'ai un bout de jeu et je peux rien en faire. C'est sympa tout ça. Bon, et bien sur ce, je pense couper le stream. Je remercie tous ceux qui ont follow. Donc Pagasu, John, Exec poursuit d'hier. Merci à ceux qui sont passés faire un tour et je vous dis à bientôt.